Hello everybody, that runner Matt here, and welcome to the race day vlog for the Banbury 15, the second race in the Oxfordshire Grand Prix. And the weather is looking normal today, if you want to put it in any particular sense. A little bit cooler than Goring, so we've got that to look forward to. A small chance of rain, which might actually be nice on a course this long and tough. But yes, we have a pretty strong team out today, and Anna will be with me very shortly to give me a lift there. And yeah, I think that'll just about do it. Let's get going. Good morning everyone, here we are on the warm-up. Obviously not going to be a particularly long one today, with it being a 15-mile race, so I'll probably just do about a mile and a half, and then we'll see how much of a cool down I can be asked to do. Okay, so definitely at least 1.5. I think I need 19 miles for a 65-mile week, so I'll try and push myself to do a bit further. I can just go back out on the course. It'll be pretty well spread out by the time I've finished, so that should be fine. Did it last year, in any case. Yeah, weather's being a bit awkward at the moment. Just before I press record, the sun was out, so I'm gonna have to pop these off. Yeah, it is over there somewhere, but it is clouding over, so I might check the old phone and see how we're doing in terms of the potential for rain. And as I've said that, I've just remembered I didn't pick up any Vaseline, so it could certainly be an interesting one for the old rubbing if it does start to rain. So certainly something we'll have to keep an eye out for. So in terms of race goals today, or plan, it's essentially going to be the same plan as last year, in that I'm just going to run with whoever's at the front, and then when we get to about maybe half, which is just like the start of the downhill coming into the finish, we'll just sort of figure it out when we get there. Looking at the entry list, which was quite helpfully along the desk, just to check where my number was. There is no Sullivan Smith as of yet. Of course he can enter on the day, but yes, he was the one that won it last year, after me and him ran together for 12 miles and then he disappeared into the distance. So no him as of yet. Sam Garforth is here, who also ran with me and hit me and Sullivan for about 8 miles until we dropped him on one of the hills. But you know, then again, there might be people from other clubs who are here who are quick. You just don't know. But you know, I'll definitely be up. You know, if I don't get top 3, I'd be very A, surprised, B, disappointed. But then of course we are also looking at the team, which again is looking, I'd probably say maybe a touch stronger overall. No offence on Chris Colbeck, of course he did help us pick up that all-important 25 points in the first race, but just our fourth runner will be a lot stronger than Chris in this race. We've got myself, we've got Tom Grantham, Paul Taylor, Steve Young, Jack Burks, Andy Green. There's plenty of us that, you know, if one or even two of us have a bad race, then someone else will be able to pick us up and get those points scored. But I won't keep Harwell out of my mouth this time. You know, as I said, I didn't actually see them at Goring in terms of them actually all coming in that group, but I've seen them all come in today to, you know, get signed up, and there are 3 of them because I recognise the names and the faces. There are 3 of them that did Goring, so they're certainly a team to keep an eye out for. Woodstock once again, got James Bolton and a few other sort of, you know, mid-level packers that, you know, might have a good race. You never know. And then of course Headington, as I said, Sam Garforth is here, and they've just got such a deep field that you just don't know what's going to happen. They might have, you know, 4 key. They might finish top 4. You just don't know with Headington. It's just such a strong team. But yeah, I'm going to stop rambling. We are nearly halfway done with the warm-up, as I've just been standing around doing next to nothing. And we'll get some drills done, and then we'll crack on with the rest of the warm-up. Oh, whilst I remember, I should probably talk about the filming plan today as well. For those of you that watched last year's vlog, it didn't go particularly well. I was going to record the first 3 miles, give my hat to James, who was not running. Thought he was going to be there at 12 when I came back, but he wasn't. So only got the first 3 miles in the end, but we did get a nice sort of compilation of James trying to film me finishing. But yeah, today I'll only film the first mile, as I've got the first 3 miles on film already, and then I'll do the mile markers as per usual. Of course, with it being 15, I won't be able to get everything, and then I'll probably try and keep it on for the last 3 miles, 5k sort of distance. Maybe I'll keep it on for like the big hills if I feel like I've got enough charge for it, because obviously I don't want to miss the finish. And yeah, that'll probably sort of coincide with the gel plan as well. I'm gonna have one before we start in about 20 minutes, about 15 minutes before we start, and then yeah, I'll have one at about 4 or 5 miles. 5 is a bit flat, bit of a flatter section, so I'll probably have it then. And yeah, I think 2 should be enough for today, but you know, in reality I probably should be cracked in with a 3rd one, but for now I'll stick with 2, and then I can sort of gauge how I feel when I finish.
Hello, good morning everybody.
That's alright.
Just a few seconds of silence and then we'll get you off. A few words of advice. Try and keep to the middle of the roads where there are potholes. Generally that's okay. Signage has been missing and stolen overnight, for those that know the course, from the Claydon turning on the loop that brings you back round onto the course. There are marshals there, please listen and follow the marshals wherever you can. Headphones, if you have headphones, we will DQ you unless you have previously advised us of a medical reason to use them. Stay safe. There are water stations for those that haven't run the race before. There's a water station at mile 4 and a bit. That is a return one as well. There is also one at Apple Tree, which is mile 8, but you won't know because the sign's been stolen. Okay. Okay, just step back from the line for me, please. On your mark.
Alright folks. Yeah.
Well done, Matthew. No one else inside, bud.
Oh, right, on the cool down, got Andy with me this time. Yeah, got the win, so no complaints there. Pretty mild conditions today. Probably should have taken the sunglasses off at some point. It didn't actually make it particularly easy to see. But yeah, just sort of grinded it out. Ran with I think his name's Danny, he's unattached, but ran with him to about 2 miles, then I sort of turned around and he was gone, so I ended up with about 30-second gap on James and Sam, and I was like, shall I ease off and let James catch up and then have a bit of a faster finish, or should I just sort of hold the pace I'm already at and, you know, sort of hope the gap gets bigger? And it did in the end. I think it was about 75 seconds in the end. But yeah, so it was about just over a minute faster than last year. Last year I did come in with a niggle, I do recall. I think I'd done something to my back, and I got a lot more footage than last year as well. But I think, having reviewed it, I think the camera cut out literally 5 seconds before I finished. So a bit of a shame there, but I think you'll sort of get the gist that I was first in. The only sort of problem I've got right now is my right hip flexor. It's just being really awkward. I'm not sure if it's too tight or with all the stretching that I'm doing, because I think it's tight, I'm overworking it, or quite what's going on. I think it might be due a physio visit in the next few weeks. I mean, I've got one booked in the build up to London anyway. Obviously I'm not racing London, but I still want to sort of once over to check everything's working. because although I'll be, you know, doing 3 hour pacing, I'm still going to be out on the road for 3 hours. It's still going to hurt, no matter what sort of effort level it is. So yeah, just had to keep an eye on. Everything else felt fine aerobically, no problems. Oh yeah, getting chased a bit. Yeah, get this cool down finished, and then I think we'll move on to the prize giving. In the overall race, first place Matthew Lott from Whitney Roadrunners, 1:24.53. And in second place, thank you all to. Okay, we move on to the Masters 40 category. First, Paul Taylor, yes, Paul!
1:31.05. And second, Thomas Grantham, Whitney, also 1:32.43. That's sort of mark. And in third, Anna Scribbens, Whitney Roadrunners, 1:43.29. And second, Sally Howard, Whitney Roadrunners.
Oh, well, Sally.
Moving on to team prizes. Men's first in reverse order. Third place, Woodstock, 70 points. Second, Headington, 60, and the winners, 36 points, Whitney Roadrunners. Full score then. Okay, that's it. Thank you once again for supporting the race. If you've got any feedback, please let us know. Otherwise, look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.
We have a photo.
Yeah.
Right, here we are back at the homestead, all home and dry, as it were, and a little bit full, to say the least. I will pop up the photos of us going to Nando's after this, after the race, even. And yeah, I ordered a starter and a main, whilst everyone else only ordered a main. So I was ploughing through the food quite quickly, so I do feel a little iffy,
So
as you had seen from the presentations. Obviously I got the win, so that's all good. Tom and Paul got first and second Vet 40. Anna got first Vet 35. No, she didn't. She got third overall. What am I on about? She would have got first Vet 35, but they only do one prize per category. You can't get third overall and first Vet 35. And Sally got second Vet 45. And yeah, it is quite nice to still getting cash prizes at some races. I know quite a lot of races are doing, vouchers now, and I do have it over here, actually. £40. £40 for the victory, and the bottle of wine for the team prize as well, which obviously I won't be drinking, so it's probably going to be a Mother's Day present. That's that sorted. And then so that was Nando's paid for at the very least. That's why I thought I'd treat myself to a starter as well, but no one else seemed to oblige. And yes, I feel, as I said, a little worse for it, but at the same time, it's Nando's. It's gonna fill you up. So of course that will also cover us for the Grand Prix as well. That'll be another 25 points, and Headington getting second, which is, it's a bit of a shame. Would have been nice for Woodstock to have sort of jump in there and get second, but Harwell a little lower than I was expecting. I thought I'd seen a slightly stronger team than what they actually had, but that's just the way it goes. And hopefully we'll see a stronger team from them later on in the season. So next up in the Grand Prix series is the White Horse Half. The team's looking a little bit weak at the moment, I'm not going to lie. We are down a few people because, people like Paul and Tom and a few others have got their marathons coming up soon. I mean, obviously I do, I'm doing London, but I'm not, we've covered that. So they'll either be not running at all because they don't want to do an all-out half and hurt themselves, or we've got a couple of people that are doing it, but will be strictly doing marathon pace or slower. So, we've got numbers. Don't get me wrong, we've got numbers. But if Headington bring that strength of team that they have today to White Horse, and there's every chance it'll be stronger, we might struggle. But we've still got a couple of weeks to get entries in, and well, then again, so is everyone else. But we are looking to recruit and hopefully keep the streak going. Both on a personal level, getting 100 in the solo Grand Prix, and the team getting 25 in the men's team. So with that, I think that will just about do it for the Banbury 15 race day vlog. If you did enjoy, please do like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. And until the next one, trust the process. Bye.